Hey guys, Tofuru here, and welcome back to another episode of Virtue's Last Reward. And in the last one we did the AB game and chose Betray, but this time we're going to choose Ally. I don't know where this will take us, maybe it's a longer path, but after this, it's basically just secret paths. Or not secret paths, it's the remaining
What
things.
did you choose, Sigma?
You didn't see me push the button?
No.
Huh. Well, you'll know in a moment. Let's go. I gave her a light pat on the shoulder and headed toward the wall where the results would be displayed. I'm more surprised that why didn't Sigma fucking say that shit? Why?
Results
Why?
from round 2 of the Ambidex game will now be displayed.
It's like Sigma could have just done the easier method and said that the first time and had a better chance of running.
Please
But whatever.
direct your attention to the results screen.
All right. All right, let's see what the results are. I really hope it's not a fucking... Okay. Whew, neutraled. Good, and... Good. Why did it do that? Stop that game. Don't fucking pull that Betray. Like, it was like a... Ally, you're safe.
Points have been assigned
Good,
or subtracted accordingly.
So we got 8s across the board. We just need to get... I don't know, something else.
Please check your bracelet to see your updated bracelet points.
Are we in the same pairing, though? Yeah, we're still... I think I'm paired with Phi.
So you chose Ally, huh?
Yeah. Quirk is sick, a kid, and unable to vote. I couldn't bring myself to betray someone like that.
Thank you.
No need to thank me. I only did what anyone would have. So you guys chose Ally too, huh?
Of course. Tenmyoji had only one BP left, and he was guaranteed to vote Ally.
That's also true. There's kind of no point in killing him that way.
So there's no way we could betray somebody in that position.
Fair points, Phi. Fair points.
If we had, then he'd...
Yeah, you didn't have much of a choice. Alice, Kay, and Dio, on the other hand, seemed to have a less pleasant round.
Hey, what the hell is your problem?
He was willing to betray you in a moment's notice, Alice.
You're either crazy or just an asshole.
He's a terrorist, Alice. Terrorist.
Were you trying to kill me?
No, nothing like that.
Yeah, okay.
Well then, what was it like? If we'd voted Ally,
You would be dead.
Yeah.
The needles in your bracelet would have activated,
You
killing you.
would have been dead instantly.
See, that's exactly what I'm talking about. I didn't think there was any way in hell you guys would choose Ally, not with Alice's BP at 1. The only way you could possibly vote was Betray. Picking Ally when I knew you guys would pick Betray would have been suicide.
you can't die. You've got 6 BP.
Yeah, but he didn't want to take a 2- below to give Kay a 9-point score.
Well, maybe not immediately, no. But I would have been signing my own death warrant.
It's true.
Heck, not just mine. Everyone except Kay's.
Yeah, I feel like Kay was secretly hoping for that Betray.
What?
Didn't you think it through?
Yeah.
Your vote was always going to be Betray. Let's say I was a raving lunatic and picked Ally. What would happen to Kay's BP?
He would have gotten that beautiful 9.
6 plus 3 would make 9.
You didn't think about that at all, Alice?
See? Then it'd be game over. Life over.
That's kind of crazy that she didn't even ponder that.
He'd open the number 9 door and blow this popsicle stand. And that'd leave us twisting in the wind, living out the rest of our miserable lives stuck in this place. You see, that's
Okay.
why I chose Betray. I did it to save all our necks,
No,
including yours.
Don't you dare say that, Dio. You lying asshole. If he chose Ally, you would have been fine either way. Alice gritted her teeth and scowled fiercely at Dio, apparently trying to think of a rebuttal before finally snorting indignantly and stalking away. Shortly thereafter, the warehouse was filled with the rumbling sounds of the door sliding shut. Well, I mean, the only option we have now is to go to the last doors.
The Ambidex gates have closed.
Yeah, pretty much.
Round 3 of the Ambidex game will be the star round.
Yep.
Star keys are required to open the gates. There is no set limit on usage of the star keys.
Okay.
The Ambidex gates can be opened as many times as the players wish to open them.
As many times as we want, huh? Then that means...
We can play the AB game as many times as we want, right?
Yeah, we can just ally till we all get out.
Hey, didn't Zero Jr. say something about this?
As soon as the gates close, your colors get all shuffled up automatically.
They should.
The pair and solo assignments hop around a bit too.
Yeah, he did. Can you guys show me your bracelets? I want to see what our colors and groups are this time. Within moments, a series of wrists were extended for me to examine. These are red solo, cyan pair, so that's 5. Alice? I'm a green solo. I think that's Clover as a pair still. No, that's Alice, and she's a pair, magenta. And that's Dio with an 8, blue. Wait, no, that's not blue 8. That was someone else. Oh my god, I can't read hands. I see. Luna and Clover are a cyan pair. Fi and Alice are a magenta pair. The remaining 3 are all solos. Kay is red, Dio is green, and I am blue. So, how are these groups supposed to work for the next round? I think the next doors are going to be those white ones down on floor B warehouse.
Yeah, I heard about those. Alice told me about them while we were here waiting for you and Clover. I think I've got them figured out.
I guess there's only one pairing, right? Yeah, so lay it out for us. How are the groups going to shake out this time? Well, if I'm the green solo, I have to go with... red? Or magenta? I think I go with magenta. Fi nodded and began to explain. No, I'm with yellow. Oh, so I'm with Tenmyoji and Quark, most likely. They're the only ones left. Tenmyoji, Quark, pair up with me, blue, to open one door. Fi and Alice, magenta, pair up with Dio to open one door. Okay. Luna and Clover, cyan, pair up with Kay to open the last one.
Oh? Is there only one option?
Yeah, because you need the other 2 colors to make white, and all the solos have to be with a pair, and that's about it.
Yes, no other combinations would be able to open the secondary doors.
Pretty much. Which means I'm fucked, because I have to go with Tenmyoji. Well, it does allow me to ask Tenmyoji who he really is, which is also a positive.
Admittedly, Tenmyoji and Quark aren't here for us to check, but I'm sure they're the yellow pair.
Yeah, there's no one here that's yellow, so it's it. Last 2 would be yellow.
If they weren't, then Sigma would be stuck without anybody he could pair up with.
True.
Oh, God. I never thought I'd have to put up with Dio again.
Well, you're unlucky. You gotta get over it, Alice.
Well, you just didn't think hard enough then.
Oh my god.
Sooner or later, everybody puts up with Dio. Wait.
Yeah, everybody puts up with you left. It's okay. Alright, so I guess now that that's all settled, we go downstairs. We have like an hour to kill, right?
What should we do now? It looks like we have a lot of time until the primary doors open.
I mean, we could search the rooms, maybe find anything to help Quark. Yeah, about 80 minutes.
I'm worried about Quark's condition.
Yeah, I think we should go check on him too.
Those pods can't cure Radical 6. He still needs help.
Yeah, but it does slow it down.
Well, we don't have anything to lose, so we might as well look for that medicine. Accelavir, right?
Yeah, but I don't think there's any pieces of it in this entire facility because Pantry was opened and not the bio lab, so we're kind of up shit's creek right now.
Yeah. What about the rest of you?
Oh, I'll help.
Good, I'm glad you guys are helping.
As will I.
Me too.
Fine. I guess I can help.
What about you, Sigma?
Of course I'll help. What kind of jerk wouldn't?
Okay. We should split up and search.
Sounds good. After some discussion, Dio and Kay were assigned to the pantry, Luna and Alice to the treatment center, Clover, Fi, and myself to the pressure exchange chamber.
Shall we regroup in the floor B warehouse 10 minutes before the doors open?
Sounds good. I haven't been in this pressure chamber, and it's kind of cool we get to see it. We all nodded. Kay turned to Alice and Luna.
You are going to the treatment center, correct?
Yes.
Then please remember to tell Tenmyoji where we intend to meet and when.
Yeah, that'd be awesome.
Okay.
You must also remember to bring Quark with you.
Yeah, because if we don't have him, we won't be able to get through, which would only suck a lot.
I am concerned about removing him from the pod, but it can't be helped. Without Quark's bracelet, Sigma and Tenmyoji will be unable to open the secondary door.
Okay.
Right.
Good. Looks like we got all that straightened out. Let's go.
With the final nod to one another, we split up, each team heading into a different direction. Good. I mean, I'm kind of happy about this. So now we're... Oh, it's this room? Oh, I do remember this room. Yeah, so this is the pressure exchange chamber.
No, this is the prep room.
Oh, you mean downstairs where we gotta go?
There are 2 levels. The actual pressure exchange chamber is downstairs.
But then that means you checked everything here. I mean, I doubt there's anything hidden.
How do you know that? Alice told me. She was one of the people who investigated this room.
Oh, okay, so that works out then. Did you talk to her when you were waiting for us back in the warehouse?
Yeah.
Well, I mean, I guess I'm glad you talked to someone and figured out what this room was and how it worked. But let's head downstairs then.
Good idea.
I mean, there's nothing downstairs either I can think of. There's no way there's anything left behind here. Can't open that door because they don't know the password. It's just doorways looking at each other. So this is the real thing?
Seems like it.
Why do they have something like this here?
Well, this is just what Alice told me, but...
Apparently, the pressure inside the facility was a lot higher than the pressure outside. That was part of the system designed to keep the virus from getting in. It did mean, however, that we'd need to go through a decompression process in order to get out.
Remember all those suits along the wall of the prep room?
Yeah, that's what you'd wear to go outside.
Those keep you from getting infected. We won't even be able to enter the pressure exchange chamber if we don't have them on.
Oh yeah, because it has a safety lock, yeah. I see. Whoa, 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 whoa. Then that newspaper article was right?
Unfortunately, that seems pretty likely.
Great. At least this confirms it. I mean, we already knew it took over, but this confirms it here. So, the air out there is teeming with Radical 6.
Yeah.
Something's been bothering me.
What is it?
Aren't you saying that if we put on those suits, we can go into the pressure exchange chamber and go outside?
Yeah, but this doesn't go outside.
Oh. No, we can't do that. The door beyond the pressure exchange chamber is locked up tight.
Oh, that's welded shut. Yeah, we're not going through that anytime soon. Damn it. Just one door between us and freedom.
Well, if you look at it that way, it's the same as the number 9 door.
Yeah, that's virtually the same thing. Okay, yeah, but...
Whatever. We need to be focusing on finding that Accelavir.
Yeah, I completely agree with you. We need to.
Quark needs it.
Yeah, you're right.
I'll go look around upstairs.
Okay, so then I guess I'll just look around a little bit down here, but I don't think there's much to hide.
You two take this floor, all right?
Sure. Give me Clover. That's fine. Got it.
Okay.
I don't think much is gonna change in time, but we looked everywhere we could think of, but turned up nothing. Eventually, I couldn't keep my mouth shut any longer. Hey, what do you think the deal is with all this crazy stuff about the world being infested with some crazy virus? A pandemic seems like it would make the news, but I don't remember hearing anything. Wait a minute. You mentioned it, didn't you? Back when Dio was asking questions. We were in the infirmary. It was right after Quark lost it.
Have any of you guys heard anything about any sort of viral pandemic?
Well, no. But...
What did you hear about? And then Alice said,
I have heard rumors about a virus being used as bioweapon.
So what's the rumor she was talking about? I got the feeling you and Alice were talking about the same thing. Clover, what do you know? You can't keep hiding everything. You hid Tenmyoji's name. You're not telling me this. It's questionable right now. What are you and Alice anyway? I heard you guys belong to some sort of organization, but what is it? Clover was quiet for a long time. She bit her thumbnail and looked down at the floor. Then finally, she lifted her head and met my eyes.
Fine. I think I can trust you.
Oh, finally. I guess I'm glad for that.
Just don't tell Alice, okay?
I already heard half of the story from Alice, so let's hear yours. Alright.
Promise?
Promise. I mean, we're also in a sealed room. It's not like anyone's going to hear it. Clover nodded and began to talk. I listened with rapt attention, at a complete loss for words. Here's what she said. Oh, well, that's a cool flag. Alice and I are agents of SOIS, which is under the jurisdiction of the Department of Defense. SOIS stands for Special Office of Internal Security, and we're an elite intelligence division that investigates potentially disruptive or dangerous elements such as domestic or foreign terrorists, radical political splinter groups, and religious organizations with extreme agendas that could pose a threat to the state or citizenry. Our existence hasn't been made public, so there are only a few people who even know we exist. You're probably wondering how I even got involved in something like that, huh? Well, it started when I met Alice. I told you that I played the nonary game twice before, right? Well, this was after the second time, so about a year ago. We just escaped, and we were all stuffed into this SUV, barreling across the desert. I was driving, and that's when I saw her. Alice. She was standing next to the road with her thumb out. She was already working for the SOIS, and she'd been on her way to the building we'd been trapped in as part of our investigation. But on the way there, her car had broken down. We offered to give her a ride, but of course, after she got in, we started talking, and it turned out that Alice had gotten a tip that the terrorists she was after were in the building we'd been trapped in. We couldn't see how us playing the nonary game had anything to do with the terrorists, but Alice had a suggestion. Maybe the two people who you trapped in there are the terrorists. That didn't seem very likely to us, but we were chasing after them anyway, so we decided to bring Alice with us. Unfortunately, we didn't find them. As far as we know, they're still out there now, and on the run. Alice and your brother, you crazy kids getting away. Still mind-numbing. Can't believe that Connie was 0 for the first, but whatever. Anyway, we were taken back to SOIS headquarters and put into custody. I guess they thought there had to be some kind of connection between us being kidnapped and the terrorist group they were investigating. But they must not have found anything, because after a few days of questioning, they let us go. We all went home and returned to our lives. That was until I went back to SOIS. But things didn't go back to the way they'd been. My mom got really worried about me and my brother since we'd gotten kidnapped twice now, so she hired bodyguards for us. Oh, I haven't told you about my brother, have I? He's super awesome for one. And he was in both of the last 2 nonary games too. So anyway, we'd been grabbed twice. But the people behind the 2 nonary games were totally different. That didn't matter to my mom, though, so after all, these huge men in black suits followed me and my brother everywhere. It was awful. We were always being watched. People would look at us funny because we were being followed around by a bunch of creepy-looking guys. I couldn't stand it. Just when I thought I'd finally be free, all that was waiting for me was another kind of prison. The only time I was really happy was when I was hanging out with my brother. So we were talking it over one day when we decided to leave. Like, run away. So we did. After that, we lived on our own. I worked in a cafe, and he composed music. He plays the harp, and he started writing this kind of new agey music. It kind of got popular, so we didn't have to worry too much about surviving. Sometimes he'd play at little venues like coffee houses and stuff, and his fans would show up and listen to him play and cry. Or some of them would meet on their own and recite stuff from the book he'd written and play his songs. I know that sounds kind of like weird and culty, but they just do that on their own, okay? My brother doesn't have anything to do with it. Nice explanation there. Anyway, we did that for a while, and then one day, Alice showed up. I need you for help, she told us. We need people who can do what you can do. So we went to the location she gave us, and it turned out to be the headquarters of the Sois, where they'd taken us after the second nonary game. They put us in a room where there were about a dozen other people who were all about the same age as us. A bunch of them looked familiar, too. It only took a moment to realize how we knew each other. They were all the kids from the first nonary game. They were all excited to see each other again, and we were hugging and shaking hands and stuff. And then Alice walked in. The whole room went quiet. She walked up to the podium and looked around the room, making eye contact with each one of us. Right now, a terrorist organization is preparing for a major attack. They plan to trigger a viral pandemic. If they succeed, they will strike a massive blow against all humanity, and not just any one country. It's possible that we, as a species, will die out completely. We are doing our best to prevent this, but we need you and your help. You are what we call ESPers. You have the ability to access the morphogenetic field. We need that. I'm guessing you don't know what any of that is, but I do know what that is, Clover. But anyway, basically, we can do this thing that's kind of like telepathy. I mean, it isn't really telepathy, but that's probably the closest thing, okay? ESPers can resonate with their consciousness to another person, and through this thing called the morphogenetic field. The purpose of the first nonary game was to research that ability. So they kidnapped kids who had the potential to do it and threw them into a game. Alice had gathered up all the kids from that experiment. Well, I mean, it had been 9 years since it happened, so we weren't really kids anymore. Anyway, everybody she brought in was an ESPer. ESPer sounds better. That included me and my brother, of course. I bet you think I'm just making all this up, huh? I don't blame you. It's pretty crazy. I mean, I was even starting to forget I could do that stuff. So when I heard Alice's story, I was like, screw that. I was trying to move on with my life, and now some shady government creeps want me to use some weird ability I had for them? No way. I wasn't even sure I could do it anymore. Some of the others felt differently, though, and they told Alice they'd do it. It was a job after all, and most people wouldn't turn down a salary like that. Oh, right, I forgot to tell you. She told us how much they'd pay us if we helped. It was a lot. More wealth than you can imagine. But I was still totally against doing it. My brother told me he'd go along with whatever I decided, so I decided we were leaving. So then how'd you get brought back in? A couple days passed, and then Alice showed up at our apartment. She didn't waste time. The people behind the first nonary game might have been part of the terrorist organization Alice and the Sois were after. And I know that's not how you say it, but I'm going to keep calling it Sois. But wasn't that, she asked, something that I might want to know more about? That got me curious. My brother too. But the clincher was what Seven said to us. Seven showed up. He was one of the guys that got abducted with us for the second nonary game. She called him on the phone right then and there and handed it to us. You guys are the only people who can do this. We don't know where Junpei is. Wait, what? Junpei disappeared? He's gone off to travel the world, looking for Akane. I've been able to get a hold of him. Please, just do me a favor and help Alice out. Junpei, like Seven, another participant from the second nonary game. Akane, one of the people behind the second nonary game. Seven was a Japanese policeman, which was probably how Alice got in touch with him. Anyway, that did it. My brother and I agreed to join Soyce. I mean, that's it. Like, I would join it. If we're going to find Junpei, we're going to find Junpei. But for the next couple of months, all we did was train. Half of the time it was general knowledge and technical skills the Soyce agent needed, and the other half was learning to strengthen our ESPer abilities. They'd actually known about ESPers for quite a while and had a lot of techniques that helped us get better and stronger. After several months of hard work, we were finally ready for our first field missions. Mine was an infiltration. My brother stayed at the base so I could relay information back through him. I was supposed to sneak into the research facility, posing as one of their workers, and then use the morphogenetic field to transmit what I found back to my brother. But I failed. Everything went wrong. It was a trap. The whole research facility was fake, and I got captured. Alice had to come and rescue me. I'd been sending information about the inside of the facility to my brother, and Alice used that information to come and find me. As soon as she got there, she picked me up and carried me out. I was relieved and happy to be alive and free, but I also felt ashamed and miserable. While she was carrying me back out, I started to cry. She was just so cool, and I wasn't. I wanted to be just like her. So from that day onward, I did everything I could to be more like Alice. Our infiltration ended in failure, but we did manage to get something useful. In fact, we were able to figure out where their headquarters was. The directors decided that on December 25th, 2028 would be the day we would strike. This time, I promised myself we wouldn't screw it up. I was finally going to get some answers about something that had been with me for the most of my life. But then, on December 22nd, 3 days before the raid, Alice and I were attacked by people in gas masks while we were going over our plans. Huh. Well, that's odd. But I mean, we don't even know Alice's side to it. I guess you're kind of just ignoring the fact that she was crying over her dad dying, but okay. And when you woke up, you were in the warehouse?
Yeah.
Huh. All that talking seemed to tire Clover out. She sighed and her long hair swayed as she moved. Hey, I got a few questions.
What are they?
Well, first off, your, powers, I guess. I'm guessing you can't use them right now.
Yeah, I'm not really sure why. I've been sending my brother messages ever since I woke up, but...
No response?
Yeah, if there was another Esper here, they could make me stronger, but that's just wishful thinking.
Well, there is another Esper here. Akane would count and... Oh, then that means it's not 10 No, that has to be 10 Mio. Questions. Questions and questions. Because... So it can't be then, because Junpei is an Esper. Or ESP or whatever. But if he was here, she would be stronger. So it's weird. I don't know.
Wait.
What?
Well, if there's someone else who's stronger than me, then they kind of absorb my powers.
So you're saying I'm ESPing because you had ESP powers and I'm just ranking them away from you?
Maybe... No, never mind. That's probably not it.
No? Okay. Right. Whatever. I have some other questions. So, moving on. I think I understand what Alice was talking about now. They were trying to spread that virus, right?
Yeah.
Okay. So, who are they?
Well, I can't tell you that.
What? Why not? You told me all that other stuff, but this is too much?
Well, Alice would be mad at me.
Oh my god. Okay, fair, I guess, because she's your superior, but god damn it. I already told you I wouldn't tell her.
But...
Fine. Let me rephrase. When are they going to do it?
Well, if we knew that, we wouldn't have gone to all that trouble.
I guess you're right. So you don't know.
No, all we know is soon.
But that could just mean about just but that could mean just about anything.
Yeah, it could be next week or next month or
Today.
even next year.
I guess, sure.
Or it could have happened already.
Which I think it did. Wait. You mean they might have already released the virus?
Wouldn't that make the most sense?
It's possible.
Like, how about this room?
Hmm.
Or that newspaper article? And the 3 people who were put in cold sleep.
Are you saying you, me, and Alice were frozen and then the pandemic happened while we were on ice? Wait. No, that doesn't make sense. Nobody else has heard of Radical 6 either.
Maybe they're lying.
Really? All 6 of them?
Well, if Kay really does have memory loss, then it's only 5. Quark is out too.
So you're saying Tenmyoji, Dio, Phi, and Luna are all lying? I guess they are a little suspicious.
Right?
And what's their motive?
For lying? How would I know?
Then what's the motive for a terrorist organization to start a pandemic?
I heard it was something about purifying the unclean?
Oh, great. Purifying the unclean. Yeah, just...
Oh, unclean, 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 unclean.
What? What are you doing?
Shut up. Just hold on a minute. I'm this close to remembering.
Okay.
Unclean, clean, een.
She leapt up, suddenly excited.
Neostigmine.
What the heck? You mean that shit we have? Neo, what?
Did you forget it already?
No, it's that shit we picked up in the safe.
I'm talking about this stuff.
Yeah. As she spoke, she pulled something out of her pocket. It was an injection gun, complete with the vial of medication. Oh, right, I remember that. It was in the safe in the treatment center, right?
Yeah.
I didn't have any idea what it was, though, so I gave it to you.
Exactly.
Are you saying you've heard about this neostigmine stuff before?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Well,
I just remembered.
Well, what is it?
My brother told me about that.
Oh, okay, so then...
Neostigmine is a type of cholinesterase inhibitor.
What the hell does that even mean?
That means it's a sort of antidote for tubocurarine.
You mean muscle relaxers? Sorry, I still don't get it.
How easy do I have to make it?
It's a reverse for the thing we're gonna get injected with.
Ugh. Okay, fine. I'll start at the top, alright?
Sure.
The stuff I've got in here is neostigmine, which counteracts the muscle relaxant tubocurarine.
Sure.
Following me?
Turbocurine is the poison in our bracelets, right?
Right. It's the second thing we get injected with if we're penalized.
Yeah.
First, is this over real? Which puts you to sleep.
Yeah, and
9
then...
minutes later, the tubocurarine is injected.
Yes.
Numbing your respiratory muscles.
So wait, then that's the counter to the respiratory? The tubocure. So, okay.
I guess you could say it'll really take your breath away.
Yeah, it will. So you're saying this neostigmine keeps it from working?
Yes! Oh my god, how many times are you going to make me say it?
I don't know, 50, 40, 100 times. So we could just inject ourselves with this if we get penalized?
Yeah, we don't have to die. We're gonna be okay.
I mean, we only have one vial, so I don't know about that, Clover. But I mean, yeah.
We can only pull the trigger once, though.
That means we can only use it on one person.
Yeah.
Well, it's still good news. This means that one of us can break the rules. Once. Like, let's see.
The best way to use it would be for sneaking through the number 9 door.
I guess so. But then that means, like, who would get that?
If somebody gets 9 points, they can open it, right? With this stuff, somebody who doesn't have 9 points could still leave with them.
Sure, but that doesn't necessarily guarantee we all get out. That just means 2 people can leave if they don't have 9s.
Anyway, I'm gonna go tell Alice.
Yeah, that'd be something to tell Alice, because then Alice doesn't have to care. Let fucking Dio get his 9 and then leave with him. But wait, hey, Clover, wait. Clover. It was too late. Clover was already on the lift and gone. Well, fuck. I was, I think, understandably upset. With no stairs, my only choice was to wait for the lift to come back down. As soon as it was back, I jumped on and headed upstairs. Alright, well that was a thing. Hey, Phi. What happened? Phi, can you hear me? She didn't say anything. Just stared at me with her mouth half open. Her eyes seemed slightly glazed, and her body was unnaturally stiff. Phi? I grabbed her shoulder and shook her gently. Slowly, she raised her arm, fingers drooping limply from it. She gestured toward the exit that led away from the warehouse. That way? She went out that door? Phi's only answer was a slow, shallow nod. Right, got it. Thanks. I headed for the exit, then paused. You look pretty tired. Get some rest, alright? Wait, you're just gonna leave her there? What are you doing? Dude, what the hell? Yeah, there's no response. There's something odd about her, but catching Clover seemed more like a priority. I turned back around and jogged out the door, toward the treatment center. This doesn't look good. This doesn't look good at all. If Phi's getting it, that means Alice may have it, means Clover might get it, means we might be up Schitt's Creek really soon. Like, really bad. Like, I'm not excited about this at all. Where's everybody? Oh, God. Oh, no. Huh? This is weird. Where is everybody? I'd assumed Alice would be in the treatment center, so Clover would have gone to there to find her, but the room was empty. Luda and Temioji were gone, too. They'd left Quark, and the readout on his post said his vital signs were still normal. As far as I could tell, he was still asleep. Fine, guess it's time to go look somewhere else then. I made my way out of the treatment center. Oh, wait. Oh my god, that's how you save both Phi and K. Wait a minute. We have the way to save them, but we need a way to inject him once they get infected, once they don't make it into the door, right? But shit. They would need to come in with would that penalize me though? See, that's my question, because that might be the answer. Just like, this is a pause, like in its own note. So with that new medicine we have, if we used it in conjunction with the copy machine, because I think the biolab's unlocked in the one where we're stuck outside a door and we can't go through one. But that's at the last second. We have no choice there. Maybe. I don't know. It seems very iffy to me. Maybe. I don't know. It's a question. I don't have an answer for it, but maybe we could use that to get them through, because then it doesn't matter. But, there's nobody here. And that's not good. Oh, no. This is bad. Nobody here. Oh, this is getting worse. Oh, worse. No one's in the lounge. Oh, no. Oh, no. Please tell me not everybody's dead. This would be awkward. No one in this room. In this room. In this room. What the hell? What's going on here? I can't find anybody. Every single room's empty. Wait. There's still one place I haven't checked. The infirmary? Oh, God. Oh, no. I'm really not excited. What's in store for me? Oh, that black on white. The white on black. Oh, no. I ran into the room and stopped short. I might as well have run into a brick wall. My chest tightened so much I could barely breathe. No. What happened? I felt my whole body convulse, whether from terror or nausea. I couldn't tell. My legs went limp and I crumbled to the floor. Oh no. Oh no. Oh God. Okay, well, something sticky pressed up against the palm of my hand, and I looked down to see blood. A vast, warm pool of fresh blood, stretching out across the room, lapping at my hands and legs. Why? This can't be real. How could... Oh no, wait. Phi, no! Why are you here? Why is everybody dead? Oh, in the middle of a lake of blood, like an island of flesh, were bodies. They were a bloody tangle of lifeless limbs and dead eyes, with too much blood and chaos for me to tell who was who. Had they sliced themselves open or stabbed one another? I couldn't tell. All the blood. Too much blood. Whatever they'd done, it was clear what tool they'd used to do it. A scalpel laying in blood next to them, its handle and blade streaked with gore. This was how they died, this tiny blade. Oh God, this is it. It's all over. This is how it ends. That's right, I have to end it. This nightmare will finally be over. Time to wake up. My fingers scraped across the floor as I picked up the scalpel. I lifted it up slowly, carefully to my neck as if someone were guiding my hand with theirs, and drew it across my throat. What? Okay. Great. We got the murder end. We've gotten the worst end. I am so glad. Whew. Well, glad you guys could get that. That was Clover's end. That was Clover's end. That was it. Why is Alice's end give me, like, hope? And then Clover's end is just mass suicide. Alright. Anyway, guys, I hope you enjoyed this episode. I'm going to call this one here. Whew, that was a doozy. Anyway, I really hope you enjoyed it. I'll see you guys whenever I make next. And as always, it's Tofuru signing out.